also have limited technology experience, and I was wondering, Shauna, if you could elaborate a little more on how using email is not as collaborative.
Sure. So I guess I take for granted that I've broken that habit, so I throw that out there. But yeah, it's a good question to ask. Email is not collaborative. I know now, looking back, because it's very easy to exclude an important part of the audience. And in a crowd where you're trying to collaborate, you're trying to get ideas, you're trying to get something done, you never really know who is the audience, because the audience could change from day to day, week to week. Today if I'm working, let's say, on a committee for my PTA, today it's 3 ladies and we're all trying to plan an event, but because we're a volunteer organization, a 4th or a 5th could join at any time. And if we were doing, sharing ideas through email, that 4th or 5th person would not have the benefit of all the conversations and all the brainstorming and all the things that led up to the point where they joined the team. Yes, you could say that I could dig out those emails and forward them on, but who's to say that I really have all of the emails that constitute the conversations, the myriad of conversations that could go on with just planning a simple event with a few volunteers. So collaborating on emails is kind of a slippery slope. It's almost like telling a lie. As soon as you do one thing in email, if you have to do a second and a third, you have to continue that. Or you could just break the habit and just go cold turkey. Begin when you are really trying to get people to work together on something, whatever that something is. Begin in a place that makes it easy for anyone at any time. And let's not forget the future unknown people who can join at any time. You want them to have the benefit of information and all the ideas and decisions and things that have been considered, and maybe things that were talked about and then people, for whatever reason, decided not to do. Like, that's also good information to keep in a place, in a collaborative place, is how you arrived at a certain decision, how you decided, to do, blue balloons instead of purple. Sometimes the new person joining wants to know, well, how come you guys decided on blue balloons instead of purple? Like, when you have all your conversations and ideas in this place, that new person joining can just kind of read up and see that conversation trail and get the point, and then it can dive right in and be immediately, helping out and contributing, and not held back from being, so, under-informed. So it's a fairness thing, just being fair to everyone that is involved or could be involved. I hope that answers your question.
It sounds like what Brandon was saying about the transparency aspect. And now I understand more about the level playing field. If everyone's part of the place, then they're seeing all the conversations and can contribute.
So I wanted to add something. I don't know if it was mentioned before, but email is evil. It's really bad. But one aspect of Bluejean Time is it has really powerful search capability, so that if you want, you might end up with hundreds of topics within a place, but you can come up with conventions, naming conventions, add tags, and so that you can find information very easily. And it's not just one aspect of a topic. It could be the topic, body, and responses, but it also can be who created the topic, what date it was created, what date it was updated. There's a number of things that you can search on from a topic perspective. Same thing with elections, same thing with checklists, same thing with files. So with emails, you may have the email or you may not. Email assumes that you know who the right audience should be. In Bluejean Time, you have a place that is like a circle of privacy. People who could need to have access to the information are a member of the place, and they see everything. So there's accidental collaboration that takes place. You get ideas from places you would never expect. Somebody who's playing a role in the organization might be somebody who's a network engineer, gives you insight into some operation, into some HR problem that you're struggling with in your company. I mean, the idea of transparency is powerful. The idea of wisdom of crowds is powerful. The idea of email is evil. One last thing, real quick. So we believe that email is a notification mechanism, like a notification distribution mechanism versus a mechanism for sending content. The difference between work and social and aspect of it is that within a place, you want the content to be in the place and only visible to people who should have access to it. When you send email, oftentimes it's not encrypted, so it can be snooped. So you just want email to say that some sort of artifact has been updated by whom, so that you know if it's important enough to check it out. But email should not be used as a way of sending content. At least that's our approach. The content, you should collaborate on content at rest, where the content lives, collaborate on it there, get the feedback there. It's one place versus having a million copies all over the place. And this, the last thing is that email is evil.
But
What do
you
you think about
do.
email?
But you do use email in this approach because
Well, some people use email as a notification mechanism. We have the ability to just turn off email notifications and look in your back pocket. Your back pocket will give you the irritating red number that you have X amount of notifications that you haven't looked at, and you can look at the list of notifications, search based on who it's from or whatever, and then click on it and get to the actual information that's changed. So I actually don't use email. I only use email for people who are external to the company or the community, and I try to get them out in the community because I hate email. I hate spam, and that's the thing that you avoid also by collaborating in places. There's no spam. You access information or content that you're interested in. You don't get things sent from strangers.
so if someone updates in a topic or adds a response, then you'll get notified that they've done that, and you can go check it and see the response.
Right.
That's interesting. So wait, what do you think about email?
I think email is evil.